support.
The maestro, please!
First record rundown of September, and for getting the charts a day late because of Labor Day in the US, I really can't complain. This'll be for the week of
September 6th. 2025.
On this day in music back in 2001, a performance of Organ Squared, As Slow as Possible, by John Cage began at St. Bacardi Church in Halberstadt, Germany. At the time, it was intended to be the longest-lasting performance ever. We're only 23 years into it, and it's supposed to be a total of 639 years long. I say second most because there's another performance of Long Player, which is supposed to go 1,000. I feel like it's been a minute since we've gotten a new classical piece. Hopefully we can get something in before all the Christmas albums come about.
Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
Oh, what a curse it is to be a lover girl.
I told you we were going to be talking about this, and honestly, this is probably going to be at number 1 on the jazz charts for quite some time. Note that there are actually 2 versions of this. There's the, I guess, normal version, and then there's the standard edition, which adds an additional track. Seems like old times.
Singing.
I love rock and roll. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world.
Despite him canceling his current tour dates due to medical reasons, I imagine this is getting up here is because of the playlist that they released in conjunction with the And So It Goes documentary. It's a 155-track companion album that goes alongside the documentary, and I can only imagine a lot of these songs from this album are on that playlist.
How can we go back to being friends when we just
Debut studio album from Sombr, a fusion of pop and indie rock, which I would normally say indie rock is supposed to be anti-mainstream, and pop is obviously mainstream, but even indie rock these days is going mainstream. Following up 2020's Ohms, marking their longest break in between albums, we get studio album number 10 from the Deftones.
It's bigger than hip-hop, hip-hop.
Fuck around and die trying to get you some clout. Let the body hit the floor.
Third studio album by Offset. KIARI obviously is his real name, hence the album. There is a deluxe version of this album, though, called KIARI Offset. Adds 5 additional songs, one of which is a remix on Bodies.
As long as you're burning blue.
Album number 4 from Mariah the Scientist, and her highest charting release since her debut, getting to number 1 on the US R&B charts and number 11 on the Billboard 200. Not too long after Don't Tap the Glass, we get the 10th anniversary edition of Cherry Bomb, Tyler the Creator's 4th studio album, reissued on vinyl with a variety of different covers. Well, in 2 weeks, we're going to have an interesting conundrum. Obviously, Mayhem hasn't gone anywhere, considering it's still number 1 on the dance and electronic charts, but there's just been a digital reissue done 2 days ago that has Can't Stop the High, Kill for Love, and then obviously The Dead Dance. So I guess we'll deal with that and how we're going to talk about it in 2 weeks.
And now I need some help from the maestro, please!
Fun fact, the snake on that album cover is a white corn snake, and depending on which edition you get, the background may or may not be purple.
Oh, what a curse it is to be a lover girl.
Obviously, this was listed as a jazz album, but Laufey does play a lot around with different genres on this, so I think that's a very nice addition.
That's what I want, that's what I want. That's what I want, that's what I want, that's what I want.
Honestly, I'm just surprised this isn't at number 1 this week. You'll notice we changed the song, because now we did Your Idol for Pop Analysis last month, and going forward, we'll have our own Battle of the Hone Moon going when we talk about this album. Whichever song is higher on the charts, Golden or Your Idol, I'll play it during this particular part, so we can see if the Hone Moon is on its way to being golden or being broken. Speaking of K-pop, album number 6 from Stray Kids, their 4th all-Korean studio album. The last time they did that was 5-star back in 2023, although if you're counting EPs, it would make it 8 in 2024. September off to a great start, really gonna fill up all those back-to-school playlists. Hopefully you can keep this up in the last few weeks of summer that we have left.
And now I need some help for the Rush Go, please. Rush Go.